Alright, so first as a disclaimer, I am not a professional, I'm not a physical therapist or a personal trainer, so consult with one before you do anything extreme. Probably at least half the things in this video would fit that category. So, but this is my home training routine in quarantine, focusing on upper body and core today. So first, some hikite training using a small resistance band, keeping the tension. You can also use a long resistance band, pulling away from you for draw hand training or hikite training. You can pull to your hip, and if it's not strong enough or the tension isn't high enough for you, you can step back to increase, or if it's too much, you can step closer. I also like to do shoulder ones because this is actually an exercise prescribed to me due to my shoulder injury in a sumo wrestling tournament. You can also use hikite to the opposite hip using a resistance band. It's harder to do both at the same time though. You can go to the hip or upwards, kind of like a nagashiuke motion. There's also this exercise, which again is physical therapy I was prescribed for my rotator cuff injury. Increasing and decreasing tension by walking towards and away from where you have your band looped on. You can also do these inwards and outwards, switching sides and hands motions as well. Of course, everybody knows a plank. And for a lot of karate people, we're used to doing push-ups and planks on our knuckles. You can do it both-handed like so, trying to keep the back as straight as possible. Or if you're feeling confident, you can do a one-handed one. I think I'm cheating a little bit with my feet apart, but you get the idea. Another thing you can do with that towel, the resistance band, is you can use it to do these weight training exercises here. Again, I got this one from physical therapy. I was prescribed for my shoulder injuries. I tend to dislocate shoulders and tear rotator cuffs, and my cat gets in the way. And then kind of heading more into a little bit more extreme stuff, using weights, suspending your legs, or you can open up like a wingspan, a flying eagle. So this and the next couple exercises are inspired by sumo wrestler training routines that I've been watching lately. Stepping into a deep lunge using some kind of weight, or into zenkutsu-dachi or kokutsu-dachi you can do. Twisting, giving yourself a good core exercise. If you don't have anything else around, you can use a heavy cat food or cat litter bag, or, you know, sand from Lowe's. Another good sumo wrestler exercise, I know this is supposed to be upper body day, but this is really good for your core too, is called Shiko. Lifting your leg high and stomping the ground into a low shiko-dachi or sumo wrestler stance. I know it doesn't look like anything, but if you do 50 of these, I promise you'll be sweating, especially if you're a big person. Creates flexibility, but also strength. Alright, so here's some of the more weird things I tried. This is day one of quarantine. I always kind of wished that I could do push-ups and a handstand, so I thought I would take a series of videos of me trying to learn to do this, and obviously I'm not very good, but I think I'm improving. Anyway, it sounds like there's a lot more quarantine to go, so maybe I'll have a better time lapse for you later. They're not very deep push-ups right now, but there are more of them at least. Another kind of crazy thing I started to do is this exercise that I saw actually on a gymnastics channel for learning to do the rings for men. Obviously I don't have rings in my house, so I decided to use this kind of sketchy pull-up bar, which I do not recommend doing this, by the way. If you have a similarly sketchy pull-up bar, you'll see at the end why. But the idea being that over time, day after day, I was able to get a little bit lower and do a few more reps, trying to build up shoulder stability and core muscles. And all seemed to be going well. I seemed to be improving doing this just once a day, as many as I could. Going well at least until this day. So yeah, don't do this. Thanks for watching.